Government of Ghana wants to form an agreement with the UK government to send nurses there in exchange of some amount of money. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? So you also share your side of the story. I have seniors who are outside and some of them do videos online, educating people. If you have interest in coming to work there, what you pass through and all that, and you listen to them and what they share. So every information I'm going to share in this video is as a result of what our seniors there in the US, in the UK and all that have to say or had to say about what agreements Ghana is talking about and how the process is done. So upon hearing and listening to their videos, I was relieved. Hello family and welcome to Kami Ideas. In today's video, I want to share this thing with you. There is this news going on that government is going to export nurses to the UK. They are going to form a bilateral agreement between the UK government and Ghana government to export nurses in exchange of some tokens to help develop our country. And ever since this news broke out, some people were asking, hey, you people, you are blessed, oh. Government said they will be sending you to the UK and all that. And I laugh. See, whether the government makes an agreement with the UK government or not, there are people who still, there are nurses that are leaving the country, going to work in the UK, the Canada, the US and all that. And these things are already happening. It is not a news. But then, you see, if you are in the system, definitely you know what is going on. And I just want to educate somebody to understand, okay? See, before you become a nurse in Ghana, you would have to go to nursing school for a required period of years. And you write your exams, require the examinations, get your license before you can practice as a qualified health worker in your field. If a Nigerian is coming to Ghana to work as a nurse, you are supposed to pass our licensing examination. Without all these qualifications and requirements, you can't be employed as a nurse in Ghana. If you're a Ghanaian nurse and you want to work in the UK, Ireland, and the Canada, the US, Australia, and in those countries, there are requirements you would have to go through. You would have to write an international English exam. Then after that, you write your computer-based exam, we call it CBT. Then afterwards, you go through the medical checkup and all that. Go through, the process is long, okay? Before you can become an international nurse to work in the UK and the US and all that. So, when the government came out to say these things, there were other people. Disclaimer, I'm not doing any party politics on my channel. I just talk purely nursing, share things to bless people. I don't do politics on my channel, and God is my witness to that. And when this news came, there are people who are saying that at the end of the day, it's going to be who you know, those who have people in political power, the president daughters and the ministers and all that. Is going to be based on family things and connections. Before you can work in the UK especially, see, there are many people, even some health workers who doesn't have knowledge on how all these processes are done. Before you can become a nurse in the UK, you would have to write IELTS and get a required band. In fact, I'm not talking about IELTS examination in this video. You'd have to write the IELTS, get the required band. Then you write your CBT, that's computer-based test. It's based on nursing questions and draft calculations and all that. If you're a midwife, you write midwifery CBT. If you're a nurse, you write nursing CBT and all that. Okay. Then after that, you do all the other processes, and when you get to the UK finally, you would write their licensing examination called OSCE or so. And afterwards, if you pass, just like in the Ghana licensing examination, if you don't pass the OSCE examination, you will not get a PIN or your license to practice as a nurse. So, when this news came and people were like, it's going to be who you know and who you don't know. See, at the end of the day, Ghana is not the first country that has such an agreement with the UK. Philippines have the same agreement with the UK. They send nurses there, and at the end of the day, the Philippines country also benefits something from the UK government. But then, before the government will even send you, you're supposed to have all the requirements. You're supposed to pass all the examinations that is required, because UK will not just say, it's not like Ghana. Don't think UK is like, I don't want to say my country is corrupt too. Don't think that the way things are done in Africa, let me say in my country here, that because you know somebody, you don't have qualification and they fix you there, it works in the UK. It's not. Those who are there will tell you that the system there is working. Even if your father is the president of Ghana and you are a nurse and you are picked to be part of those who will be going, then you would have to write their examination, pass through all the processes. So in the Philippines, they have an agency, okay? The government has set up an agency where if those people who have the qualifications are having interest in going, you pass through the organization, okay, for them to process your things for you. And if you still want to go without the government, whatever, you work your things by yourself and go, okay? So at the end of the day, those nurses that go to the Philippines, it's not just that when you finish nursing school and you have your license and all that, and maybe you've worked for some number of years, or you just came out from nursing school, they've cleared your everything, and because you know someone in power will just hold your hand and take you to the UK. It's not done like that. It's not like our country here. Those seniors of ours who are in the UK working in other countries were discussing how the process is out there, that it's not going to be who you know matter. But at the end of the day, we are in Ghana, we are in Africa. Even so, what they were saying was that what could happen would be that maybe those who passed the examination would be so many that the government would have to send a quota. I don't think they will send all the nurses who have passed their examinations to the UK at once, just like that. Okay, so then maybe there's going to be a required number, maybe 300 or 500 nurses each year, or 200 nurses each year. And maybe the number that have applied are more than that number. So that's when our Ghanaian attitude can come inside, that pay something so they'll fix your name there and all that. You'd have to pass through a process. They won't just allow you to take you from your country without going through their system. You don't have their license. And it's not like Ghana is going to buy the license. So no, you're supposed to pass their exams before they can ask you to work or even touch their patients. So that is what you should know. And those who are home and they are afraid, oh, I don't have anybody in politics. And see, if you have God, you have everything. If you have God, even if your father is the president of Ghana, he will not be a president forever. He will leave legacies and all that. But without the grace of God, you can never enjoy whatever good things, earthly wealth that your parents or whoever might have left for you. All that you need is the grace of God. The grace of God can take you places. The fact is that the agreement is still on hold. Like, it has not been passed. So I can't really say much about that. But if it is passed, this is what is going to happen. If you don't have the qualification, you are not picked. And it's not because your father is the Minister of Employment and whatever, ambassador. They will just handpick you and send you there. Okay. It's going to be based on qualifications. So it's not going to be like, because I know someone in power, because my father is this, because my uncle is this, so I have the upper hand. No. At the end of the day, UK doesn't tolerate that kind of nepotism and favoritism, and those, it doesn't work in their country, that place. Whether you are you don't have the required things they need, nobody will consider you to work there. So I listened to their videos, I listened to them. Some of them I got the opportunity to ask them questions, and based on what they said, I just decided to come and share my opinion on this. At the end of the day, in general, what they said is going to be a good thing. They were like, they just pray that the government of Ghana will follow suit. And if you still have the interest in working to go outside to work in the UK, if your destiny is there, You can start working your process and you leave too. You don't have to wait for the government to come out with the agreement whatsoever, okay? So it's going to be a good thing at the end of the day. At least if some leave, those who are home and all that can also be employed. Because not everybody will have interest in going to the UK. No, there are some that have interest in the US and other countries. So you can't force people to go to where they don't want to go at the end of the day. Yeah. So this is just my opinion. You can also leave yours in the comment section. So see you in the next video. Bye.